Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear about Lil Baby arrest warrant, I need you to hit the like button. If you clicked on this video to hear about 42 DUGG response to 50 Cent, I need you to hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, before I tell y'all about what happened with Lil Baby, the first thing I want to tell y'all about is the 42 DUGG situation. Now, for some backstory, 50 Cent basically talked to 42 DUGG about 42 DUGG giving Big Meech money. He basically did a sinister move. So what 50 Cent basically said in his post was, yo, I don't blame you, but you could have gave that 100K that you gave to Big Meech to your homies. Now, in another video, I basically broke down, and I'll put that video in the end screen, but I broke down how that could be decisive, and that was like a strategic move by 50 Cent letting 42 DUGG homies and the internet know that he gave Big Meech 100K. Now, to move forward, 50 Cent also knows 42 DUGG's daddy and maybe like his uncle or something. So he tried to take it easy on him in his post. But after this post I'm about to read y'all, I don't know how 50 Cent will respond. But 42 DUGG says, can't no convince me to go against Detroit. Either show Big Bruh a rat or shut the up talking to me. And that's basically him being disrespectful. And 50 Cent, I'm just waiting to see how he responded to this, because when it first came, he gave like a simple response. But like I said, it was a double response. It was a good response and a bad response. It was a response to let him know, yo, I heard what you said. It's all cool. Only reason I'm not on you is because I know your dad and your uncle. But also at the same time, he put something out there that could cause some division between 42 DUGG team and his homies. Now, to get to the Lil Baby situation, an Atlanta police department, they did a press conference yesterday, right? And in that press conference, they basically talked about two 13-year-olds that was killed, and they basically tried to put it on Baby and basically say, oh, you shot a music video in this rival area neighborhood, so because you did that, you the reason these kids got killed. I think that's stupid to say, right? And I also think that even though they didn't say his name, everybody knew who they was alluding to, and now they are alleging that it's an arrest warrant out for him. But his lawyer came out and made a statement, and I'm going to read y'all that statement. And this statement responds to that press conference that was made. It says, and this was sent out by Lil Baby lawyer. It says, the part of the press conference on Wednesday by the Atlanta Police Department that made an obvious reference to Dominique Jones was complete and total nonsense. To say that he couldn't shoot a music video in his hometown, a place that he loves and has continued to uplift, is disgraceful. Even more, the location of a major music video shoot is a decision made by a professional team and is not a decision made by an individual. Bringing his name into a conversation regarding a terrible crime for which he had absolutely no involvement is unprofessional, unethical, and shameful. Dominique is devastated about the situation because the children came from the same neighborhood he did, and he will continue to build up his community in a way he can. Drew Feinland, Marissa Goldberg, Finding Law Firm, attorney for Dominique Jones, my bad. So basically, they pointed out the same things that I kind of pointed out, that it's kind of crazy to just go into a press conference and blame somebody for something like that, even if he did shoot the music video. And the other thing I said in my other video, I can kind of understand what they saying if they say, hey, this would have never happened if he never went over there. So by that term, he is to the cause for this, right? But also you could say at the same time, let's say sometime a police pulls somebody over. Let's just say if the person may have been speeding or the person didn't put on a turning signal. There's been a lot of times where we've seen police escalate situations that they didn't need to escalate, and they end up killing somebody or they end up putting somebody in jail for no reason. So by this police sergeant or whoever he is, by his logic, he's basically saying that if his police officer don't pull these people over, that the situation never turned out to that. Or if they don't escalate the situation won't end up in somebody dead or somebody in jail. So, I mean, it goes both ways. You can't just get up there and try to hold somebody accountable for something that happened, but then don't hold other people accountable that's around you, meaning the other police. So it was super stupid for him to say that. And I think that they got embarrassed in court. And when I say they, I mean like the state. When they tried to bring that RICO against Young Thug, most of the people took plea deals and a lot of the people got found not guilty. Young Thug ended up with a plea deal where he basically got time served and he probably would have beat the case. So I think from that standpoint, they looking to, show like, oh, we still hard on crime, and even though that happened, we not gonna let that deter us from, making our streets safer. And one of the things that they saying is somebody that's snitching on the inside. I don't know if it's supposed to be from his side or the other side, but they did say that one of the guys who was inside of the jail basically ended up calling a hit, and he basically said, "Oh, they shooting a music video in our hood, so he called for somebody to go over there and do the shooting." And so, my point of that is how you blaming the person who didn't cause the shooting more than the person who actually called somebody to go over there and make the shooting. And then a lot of this stuff is like hearsay. Obviously they saying they got somebody who talking from the inside who know, but there's no way to tell if that's true or not. And so they saying, yo, it was retaliation after this and somebody got killed. And from what I'm hearing on this, it sound like the person who was the two kids who was killed was from his actual neighborhood, and it's not like those kids was just from a random neighborhood. So yeah, it all sounds stupid at the end of the day, but also at the same time, Lil Baby got to make better decisions when he moving, because they looking to make an example out of somebody because they wasn't able to make an example out of Young Thug. So they looking for anything they can do. And Fonnie Willis, even though she won, she probably gonna be in some big trouble probably within like these next 6 months anyway, with that stuff she got going on with Donald Trump. So we'll just end up seeing how everything go. But for now, even though it is supposed to be an arrest warrant on file that he's supposed to either be picked up or turn himself in, they saying it's not true. Now, maybe they just wanted him to turn himself in for questioning to see what he would say, and maybe that's where the arrest warrant come from, because they couldn't get him to come down there. So what could have possibly happened was his lawyer reached out to the police department, said, hey, what grounds do y'all have him on? Maybe they said, we want to speak to him, and maybe the lawyer said, okay, we'll come down there and speak to y'all, but you have to take this arrest warrant out. Or maybe the lawyer just spoke on his behalf and said, hey, y'all don't have anything on here. Here's the director. The director picked that location. He didn't, et cetera, et cetera. Also, the last thing is, that's a lie to say that artists don't pick their locations. A lot of times, directors do, especially when you have a big budget video or when you shooting out of town. Like if you from Atlanta and you shoot a video in Miami, well, yeah, the director may scout the area because you're not familiar with the area, or your record label may work with the director to scout the area because you're not familiar with the area. But when they sit back and say, oh, the artist never picked the location, that's a lie. If you in your hometown, you know everything there. So you may say, hey, man, let's go shoot at that gas station over there. That's the gas station we used to hang at, or that's the gas station where X, Y, whatever that may be. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still think it's irresponsible for the cops to try to blame him for the death of the two kids when he didn't do anything but shoot the music video. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair. If you into sneakers, you a sneakerhead, you love seeing the new Jordans, Pumas, whatever it may be, subscribe to Kicking It with Fairplay 2333. If you trying to follow me on my basketball journey, my weightlifting and fitness journey, and also be inspired to get back on your fitness journey, subscribe to Fairplay, Flex, and Fadeaway. Also, any of these pages I just named, you can also find them on TikTok or Instagram.